Namaste. I'm Alkananda Ma, Ayurvedic doctor and principal of Alundi Ayurveda Gurukula, an Ayurveda school in Boulder, Colorado, with a unique apprenticeship style programs, both 2 and 4 years. And this is Dora, who has decided to help me, or maybe she's left now. I can just see her tail. Um, so I'll try next week to get back to, we are in a series, The Road to Recovery, which will have probably 6 or 7 episodes. However, um, there's an important news flash I want to share today because I just learned of a new hazard for hormone replacement therapy. So, if you want to learn more about managing menopause in a natural Ayurvedic way, you or someone you love, then you can look into our course, Ayurveda for Menopause. We are running a January special on that where you can get a discount. So I'll put that information in the description below. So in Western medicine, menopause is seen as a deficiency disease, whereas in Ayurveda and many forms of traditional medicine, it is seen as a natural process that the body will be able to adapt to. Seeing menopause as a deficiency disease leads us to have very dire predictions about what menopause could do for us. And hormone replacement therapy is often touted as almost a panacea that could solve all of an older woman's problems with the brain, the memory, the bones, sexual function, hot flashes, the whole thing. But since we have not been doing hormone replacement therapy for that long of a time, we still don't really necessarily know what is the downside. So we're just learning. This has just been published. We're just learning that one downside is using hormone replacement therapy could significantly increase your risk of developing one or two very serious autoimmune diseases, systemic lupus erythematosus, we often just call that lupus, and systemic sclerosis, which we have also referred to as scleroderma. So no need to get too scared. It doesn't mean if you use hormone replacement therapy, you're going to get these illnesses. These are rare conditions. By using hormone replacement therapy, this study indicates that you have very significantly increased your chance of getting a rare disease, which you're very likely not going to get. That makes sense? It's a rare disease. Two rare diseases. Uh, Using menopausal hormone therapy seems to increase the chance of getting systemic lupus erythematosus by 30%. So 1/3 greater chance. Seems to increase the risk of getting systemic sclerosis even by 40%. So cautions all around, you're increasing your risk of getting a rare disease, which you're probably not going to get anyway, which is number one. So don't freak out about it or anything, but you are increasing your risk according to this study. As I always like to say, one swallow doesn't make a summer, and one study doesn't make a fact. One study doesn't make a fact. So, not necessarily true, but there are very strong indications. This was a 10-year case control study of women over 40 from the general population of Sweden from 2009 to 2019. They assessed menopausal hormone therapy use among 943 women with systemic lupus. 8,381 matched controls, 733 women with systemic sclerosis, and 6,571 matched controls. So relative to the people that have never used hormone replacement therapy, women who have ever used hormone replacement therapy do have a 30% higher risk for getting systemic lupus, especially for estrogen plus progesterone, and especially if you use both systemic and local, so both patches and oral. And then relative to never people that have never used hormone replacement therapy, women that have ever used it will have a 40% higher risk of systemic sclerosis. Again, highest for estrogen plus progesterone, highest if one uses both oral and patches. So a little bit of an Ayurvedic take on this is something we've always worried about with hormone replacement therapy, is that we think it provokes pitta and promotes inflammation. And that's just another indicator that this could be the case. So not to worry, you don't need to rush off and immediately try to stop your hormone replacement. I mean, anyway, you shouldn't suddenly stop anything. You have to taper, right? But uh, your chance of getting a rare disease has been increased to a significant extent, according to this study. So we should all think about looking upon the perimenopause, the menopause, and the postmenopausal years not as a catastrophe, not as a deficiency disease, but as the process of nature. And that's what I'm trying to help with in my very in-depth and substantive self-paced course. So have a look at it. If you're going through menopause or thinking you'll go through menopause soon, or if that's happening for someone you love. All right. We'll try to get back to the road to recovery next week, but I just really wanted to share that news flash. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.